Director's Reflections for April 3rd of 2022. Informational Deserts. The coronavirus pandemic was not only devastating in terms of mortality and imbalances in the world economy, but also in the universe of traditional press media. Hundreds of printed newspapers ceased to exist or became digital due to financial unsustainability, and the greatest damage fell fundamentally on those that had regional or provincial circulation in their respective countries. This pandemic tsunami also had deadly repercussions on radio and television media, which, in their heyday, were the voice and primary news sources of their communities. This accelerated disappearance of this media, which represented local or interior journalism, gave rise to the phenomenon of the so-called information deserts in large areas of the world, depriving the public of their communities of close information. The metropolis, with their national newspapers, also suffered the violent impact of this disruption, with the closure of important headlines, which also contributed to the extension of the informative desert. In the absence of traditional media, the communities of the interior were left at the mercy of digital platforms, accessible only in those places where internet signals were optimal and ensured a good network of users or contact consumers. The local journalism represented by the disappeared local or regional media lost all its scale, and it is now gradually when the signs of a slow recovery are registered. Some of the large network platforms are investing resources to support the emergence of new digital media rather than print media, so that the journalistic collectives of these regions and towns recover their primary sources of contact with their own realities. Without this means, the exercise of denunciation of the debate of local problems, vital to sustain democracy, goes into a tailspin, endangering the very freedom of expression that needs open channels to become massive and keep alive the plurality of voices that gives substance and meaning to democracy. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.